Jimmy Kimmel is hosting the Oscars again. Beloved author Kate DiCamillo talks writing and healing herself with new middle-grade novel, Ferris. Stella McCartney says sustainability doesn't have to sacrifice luxury in Beatles-filled Paris runway. Today is Monday, March 4, 2024, and this is the Dunkley Report, Entertainment News. Through one of the most tumultuous periods in Oscar history, through flub and slap, Jimmy Kimmel has emerged as the steadying hand and abiding face of the Academy Awards. When Kimmel hosts the 96th Oscars on Sunday, he'll be emceeing the telecast for the fourth time. Only Bob Hope, Billy Crystal, and Johnny Carson will have hosted more than him. This year's Oscars comes in an election year, though in an interview with the Associated Press, Kimmel says talking politics isn't really the focus of the Oscars. That hasn't stopped Donald Trump from labeling Kimmel a loser. Says Kimmel, "Only one of us has lost." Children's author Kate DiCamillo, known for The Tale of Despereaux and Because of Winn-Dixie, has a new book debuting this week called Ferris. It has all the hallmarks of an inventive, funny DiCamillo story with well-drawn characters. But for the first time, its nucleus is a happy family. DiCamillo tells the Associated Press that after healing some of the trauma of her own childhood and finally being able to receive the love of fans, she was ready to write a story about pure love. It's a busy year for the 59-year-old, who is releasing 2 more books this year. Stella McCartney presented a sustainability-minded showcase at Paris Fashion Week. With the support of luxury conglomerate LVMH and a front row featuring Ringo Starr and Paul McCartney, she highlighted the fashion industry's environmental impact. Her Fall-Winter 2024 collection emphasized that glamour can coexist with environmental responsibility. Highlights included garments with recycled sequins, faux diamond details, and alternative leather from apple waste. LVMH's investment in her brand since 2019 amplifies the message that luxury and sustainability are not mutually exclusive. McCartney's efforts demonstrate a commitment to reducing the fashion industry's carbon footprint. Iris Apfel, a textile expert, interior designer, and fashion celebrity known for her eccentric style, has died. She was 102. Her death was confirmed by her commercial agent, Lori Sailt, who called Apfel extraordinary. No cause of death was given. Apfel was famous for her irreverent, eye-catching outfits, mixing haute couture and oversized costume jewelry. A classic Apfel look would, for instance, pair a feather boa with strands of chunky beads, bangles, and a jacket decorated with Native American beadwork. With her big, round, black-rimmed glasses, bright red lipstick, and short white hair, she stood out at every fashion show she attended. Apfel was a social media star, amassing nearly 3 million followers on Instagram. After some rough patches, the Oscars may have finally met the moment with a diverse, global membership and a batch of Best Picture nominees that reflect global cinema. But that comes as no surprise to the Academy's leadership, CEO Bill Kramer and President Janet Yang, who have been working behind the scenes to foster this kind of evolution as they approach their 100th year. Both Kramer and Yang, who assumed their positions in 2022, are looking at the organization as a global entity and seeing possibilities in both talent development and unprecedented unification. They're not on the defensive anymore, instead pushing to the future. Only 100 lucky audience members were there to hear the yet-to-be-published short story, Kaho, read aloud by best-selling Japanese author Haruki Murakami himself. The reading took place at a Friday night book event called The Owl Reads in Spring. It's a fundraiser for the library of Murakami's alma mater, Waseda University in Tokyo. The Owl event is a second for him and award-winning author Mieko Kawakami. The two took turns reading aloud at a 2019 event where Murakami unveiled an earlier short story. Murakami told the audience Friday that Kaho was written just 10 days before, specifically for recitation at the event. The success of the African American Film Critics Association didn't happen overnight. It took time, over 20 years of showing its worth in Hollywood, while creating a platform to highlight the work from the industry's best black actors and filmmakers, from Oprah Winfrey, Ava DuVernay, and Will Smith. And yes, those high-profile actors actually showed up. AFCA started off small, with little recognition, but it has built an admirable reputation in Hollywood over a 2-decade span. Throughout the year, AFCA pushes to leave an influential mark with a few tentpole events, including its glitzy 15th annual awards ceremony in Beverly Hills. AFCA's Special Achievement Awards will be held Sunday in Los Angeles. A movie director who was shot by Alec Baldwin during a rehearsal has testified at trial that he was approaching the cinematographer when he heard a loud bang. Joel Souza said Friday that the gunshot felt like he'd been hit with a baseball bat. Movie armorer Hannah Gutierrez. Reed is fighting charges at trial of involuntary manslaughter and evidence tampering. Baldwin's handling of guns on set also is under scrutiny as he awaits a July trial date. Souza was wounded by the same bullet that killed cinematographer Helena Hutchins in October 2021 on the set of the upcoming Western movie Rust. After a bruising year for the film industry, Christopher Nolan's atomic hit Oppenheimer has emerged the winner of the Academy Awards nomination race. The drama focused on the Manhattan Project's J. Robert Oppenheimer earned 13 Oscar nods. It was followed in the nomination count by the Frankenstein-esque dark comedy Poor Things that puts Emma Stone at its center. Poor Things earned 11 Oscar nominations. Other top winners include Martin Scorsese's Killers of the Flower Moon, with 10 nods. The Greta Gerwig blockbuster Barbie received 8 nominations. It was followed by Bradley Cooper's Maestro. 20 Days in Mariupol earned a documentary nod. It's a joint production by the Associated Press and PBS Frontline. The Oscars show will air March 10 on ABC. Chris Mortensen, the award-winning journalist who covered the NFL for close to 4 decades, including 32 as a senior analyst at ESPN, died Sunday morning. He was 72. ESPN confirmed Mortensen's death on Sunday. There was no immediate word on the cause or place of death. Mortensen announced in 2016 that he had been diagnosed with throat cancer. Even while undergoing treatment, he was the first to confirm the retirement of Hall of Fame quarterback Peyton Manning. Mortensen announced his retirement after the NFL draft last year so that he could focus on my health, family, and faith. Thank you for joining us here at the Dunkley Report, Entertainment News. Don't forget to like and subscribe for the latest breaking stories.